Hello everyone, welcome back to another session of Tech Demos. In today's session, we are covering how to configure VMware NSX configuration backup with easiest way. After that, we would show you how to restore NSX manager's config using the same backup which we are going to take without interrupting the control plane and data plane traffic. So let's jump into it. So jumping to the lab demonstration, this is our Windows 2K19 server which is act like a SFTP server. For making this SFTP server, we are installing the OpenSSH here. So I have some commands which needs to be executed here. So that server or that machine act like SFTP server. So prior to that, I would show you a basic command which is a netstat -an. Right now we can see there's a port 22 is not listening here. So we need to set up OpenSSH here. So one by one we need to execute this command. The first we are going to see. Okay, so OpenSSH server is not installed. We need to add that OpenSSH server. It's installing the OpenSSH server. Wait for some time. Let it be done. Okay, so it's installed, client is there, and this is what we have installed. The second thing, we need to check the status. The status is stopped, so we need to start this one. Prior to start, we need to add these two as a startup service. So this is going to be automatically start when the machine is rebooting. So now copy this one. So now let me quickly see the status. That is running, and okay, so nothing else. I think we are done with that. So let me quickly show here and let me see. So we can see the SSH is running here on that box. So prior to that, let me quickly jump to the NSX. Prior to that, let me see the IP config here. So IP is 11.21 and this one is at like SFTP server. So I'm jumping to the NSX manager and start configuring the backup for the same. Go to the system, and prior to that I would show you what else I have if I'm giving you brief. So this is my topology which is showing E0, E1, and the segment is connected to this, and we have one VM which is a WIN which is connected to this one. And if I'm going to show you the fabric, okay, things are fine. I have the one host for the test lab and one edge node, and then cluster profile and all. Okay, so we have sufficient configuration. So let's start taking the backup. So right now I'm modifying the existing, and the IP which we have here 21. Right now I'm defining the directory. It's going to be created using this directory name, and then the name. Let me see what is the so this is the user I'm going to pick. And the password I'm going to use the same which I have entered. So this is this passphrase you need when you are restoring the data. So I'm using here a VMware required, so I'm just showing you this is what I am using it, and here I'm the same one. Okay, so I'm just validating the setting, and that is fine, and just click on save, add and continue. Oh. Okay, so I'm just asking to start backup, and let's wait for some time. Depend upon the managers, depend upon the configuration, it takes time. Okay, that's good sign. So we have done the successful backup for this VM, and now what we need to do it, just edit this one, enable, so we'll validate that one. The minimum time interval which we need, which is 5 seconds, we need to set 5 minutes, sorry, 300 seconds, and then I'm just click on save. So now after 5 minutes it's going to be take automatically backup. So right now it's created a directory which is a /NSX. So I'll show you where exactly it's going to be created. If I'm jumping to the C drive, here it's automatically created that one. If I'm going to show you, so here it's taking the backup. Start taking another backup. While it's downloading, let me jump to the vcenter and show you the performance of VM, because we need to perform the same. Okay, so here I think we need to set the DNS. That's why cpl. We have configured here. Okay, that is the reason we need to configure 92.168.11.1 and then 8.8.8.8. This is fine. Yeah, it's working now. Administrator at vsphere.local. Okay. So next backup they're going to be take on the 54. Meanwhile we are just checking here. Okay, close it. Reduce data center. Let me start up. It would be gateway, and then T1, T0, and then to the ISP, which is 180.1. Okay, so our data plane and control plane is working fine, and let's wait for another backup, then probably we start jumping to the restoration process. Okay, let's start. 59. So we can see the 5-minute difference here. Start taking the backup. First it create the directory, then it starts showing here. Okay, it means that regular backup is fine. The scheduling is working fine as expected. Suppose that this is the backup, the last backup which is happening. We are going to restore this one, and once it's done, we'll start working on the restoring that backup on the another unit. Perfect. So backup is working as expected. So what we need here, we need to first make our NSX manager, which is this one. I am marking this one as shutdown. It means our NSX is failed or failure or disconnect. We don't have a no managers connectivity. So what I'm going to see, this one is powering on. Right now I'm just marking power off, and I'm jumping to the machine, so we can see that still the traffic passing from the edges and edges is working fine. So we still not impacting on any of the data traffic. So edge is working as expected. So let's wait for some time to powering down. Okay, so we can say that is power off completely. So what I am going to do, so now we are deploying a new NSX manager using the same, just opening new appliance and with the same name 4.1.4.1.2. and then just providing new underscore rdx NSX 01.lab.local. So this is a new unit. Make it small. If required, we'll increase it. And now doing the configuration stuff. This is a password which we are going to use. We are going to use password. Default would be the same, the rest would be the same, so I'm not going to modify. Network setting, the host name, we can use the host name same, exactly the same, rdx NSX-01, because this is two things going to be remain same, the name FQDN, the second is the IP when you're restoring the data or restoring the backup. So make sure these two has to be same. Okay, and then the IP 192.168.11.121 255.255.255.0 192.168.11.1. Nothing on the IPv6 DNS. List 192.168.11.1 lab.local services NTP. Okay, enable access is true, and rest would be the same, nothing. Import. So it would take approx 10 to 15 minutes to get it up and enable the UI. So the OS is completely deployed. Now it's starting the NSX manager. The thing which we need to do it, we need to connect that OVA or that manager to the same LAN where we have existing manager sets. So if I'm showing you the existing one which we have marked down, so this is connected to the nested LAN segment. So I'm connecting this one on the same. So you can see. Now we need to wait for again 5 to 10 minutes to get that complete process. We are jumping on the box and trying to initiate the ping. It would become early, but UI would take time to get that up. Like I said, it would become early, but UI would take time to bring the manager services and all. Okay, now we can see the manage is up. So let me quickly log in into it, and this is a fresh or new unit we can see here, and this one is a previous unit which is a faulty or down as of now. So this is the first time we are logging into that unit. So we can see this is a clean, we don't have anything here, no nodes, no profile, custom profile, we don't have any either. There's no compute manager, so there's nothing. So what we are going to do, we are going to configure the backup and restore, and here we are editing this one. Since it's a new unit, I am giving the IP address the same, which is we have SFTP which we have configured. The directory path is NSX, and then the same who am I? Password the same which we have configured. Perfect. And now just click on the save, add and continue. Now we can see these three backup which we have taken prior in the when we start configuring. So we need the latest one, which is like I said 7.54. We are just selecting this one and clicking on restore. Restoring the NSX manager, we need step 1 power off. Restore the NSX manager plan. This is going to be happen. Go to the backup and restore the backup and restore page. Okay, so now we need to click on continue, and this process again takes somewhere approx 10 to 15 minutes, even more than that, because that is purely based on the configuration, how much data you have. So now you can see restore status, and now it's going to validate the thing. After 12%, probably it's not going to refresh the page in asking you to refresh it, and then you won't see or you lose the access of that manager. But on the back end, it's just restoring the data or restoring the backup which we have taken. This is what I'm telling you. Unable to retrieve the current resources to get the letter, please refresh the page. So if I'm refreshing it, I'll probably lose the access. So this is what I was telling you. So we need to wait until that going to be restored completely. Probably that process would take 10 to 15 minutes. This process would take some more time. You can see the backup restoration still in progress, and we have only done with the 27%, so we need to wait more time. So we are getting the status which saying like it's in progress, and I'm just clicking don't show this message again, and we are almost 96%, and probably we need a couple of minutes. Oh, it's completed. So now we can see restoration or restore status successful. We have successfully restored it, and quickly refresh it. So we are going to see what all data we have restored. So we can see T0, T1 or segments and one VM connected one. That is fine. So I'm directly jumping to the compute manager. Registration status is also registered. Connection status is up. That is also up. Tunnels are up. Probably they need some more time to get the things up and running. Like they're too long, so it would be fixed automatically. Nothing to it is going to be resolved, or self healed we can see, or we can say sorry. So I'm going to the topology TS0. Yeah, probably it would take some time to get the status up here, reflect here. And if I'm going to see the BGP status, yeah, we can see this is a success. Yep, we are able to see the correct configuration here, and that is probably that takes some more time to get the status sync, and probably we can say this is 100% restored. And now this is the new unit. I'm just clicking on the start backup. Let's see. Okay, that is perfect. After restoration, we are successfully able to take the backup on the new unit. So which conclude our today's video. So we are successfully configure the backup, restore the backup, and in the new unit we also able to take the new backup. Thank you for watching this video. See you on later video. Bye bye. Thank you. If you're enjoying our content, so don't forget to like and subscribe and ring the notification bell. Thank you.